know the way that you treat women, the way that you live your life every single day, it matters. Ladies, be that, be ladies, be modest. Live your life in a way that's honoring your parents.
You got feedback.
Build something greater than just focusing on what's next in your life. Don't compromise your character. You guys might think it's great to go along with the crowd. You guys might think it's great.
We are about to freaking microphone. We are about to have a conversation about
feedback.
I got feedback.
Yeah,
I got feedback. As in, what do you mean?
Oh wait, no. Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Okay,
I'm good.
I'm good. Okay, so we are about to discuss Erika Kirk and what is happening to her overall as a person. We're not just talking about Turning Point USA. We're talking about Erika Kirk as a person. Everybody come on in, hit the like button. We have to talk about this. And I have a guest that I'm about to bring up. And this is absolutely hilarious, but it's also sad. In my opinion, Erika Kirk is spiraling out of control. The public outcry of everybody slowly starting to hate Turning Point USA is easily starting to show on Erika Kirk's face, in her body language, and her brand. So Turning Point USA, along with, excuse me, Erika Kirk, is crashing and burning. And I got my guy Danks. What's going on, brother?
What's up, big dog?
We are in the building. What's going on? What is going on? And I know a lot of y'all are just like, yo, where is Mr. Let Go? Where has Mr. Let Go been? We're going to talk about that after we clown Erika Kirk, because I have something that I need to share with y'all. So put a 1 in the chat if you have been wondering where the hell has Mr. Let Go been in the last 5-6 days. Put a 1 in the chat if you was wondering where I've been. We're going to talk about that because I think it's a lot of teaching moments from where, why, what, who, and how. So
well, we talked about this too. I was asking you as well. I called you. I said, "What's up, man? You good?"
Yeah, even Danks hit me up because at the end of the day, that has to be talked about also. So we'll get into that. But everybody is here to see what's going on with Erika Kirk. So y'all brace yourselves, and we have verified to make sure this is real. This is real. This is not AI. So let's get into it.
I don't play that AI bullshit.
I know, right?
So powerful.
Okay, so we're going to do 2 things. We're going to play her whole speech so we can judge for ourselves. And then we're going to play what the people that watch the speech have to say. Because this is not about our opinions, because we all know our opinions. Y'all know our opinions, right? We think Erika Kirk is, well, I don't want to add Danks to this. I think Erika Kirk is the daughter of Satan, and she is here to burn down America altogether through churches and schools. But what are students thinking? Because the students' opinion about this woman is what's most important. All right, so let's go.
He chose to use his voice for something.
And let me know in the chat what you think of this, because I'm just going to play it. Let me know in the chat what you guys think about what she's saying and how she's looking.
He chose to use his voice for something. So powerful. And I want you guys to understand that every decision will make a mark on your soul. It will. So as a young man, know that one day you're going to be a father. Know the way that you treat women, The way that you live your life every single day, it matters. Ladies, be that, be ladies, be modest. Live your life in a way that's honoring.
So this is her as a speaker. This is her without the sparkles. This is her without the teleprompter. This is her without the coaching. This is her in a high school in Chicago. So, you know, we're used to seeing her on a big stage with all the lights and the fire and the sparkles and the frills. This is just her at a high school without anything. Go ahead.
I wanted to add some context. So this was on, from what I was able to research real quickly before we went, is February 5th in this year, 2026, at Genoa Kingston High School in Illinois. And it was a high school assembly, and it was not allowed. They wouldn't allow any media, right? So this is why the recording is like this. So the assembly is scheduled to start at 2:30 p.m., which is the exact moment school lets out for the day, but buses don't arrive until 3. So students who didn't want to be there literally could not leave the building before it started. And the teachers union flagged this and in writing before the event even happened. So they were forced to go there. And there was like a 30-minute period where they just had to be there, and media was banned. Zero press inside. The only footage was a TikTok reel or whatever this video is that we're watching. And then Erika takes the stage alongside U.S. Education Secretary Linda McMahon. And basically the students are just like, what is going on, you know? And so, yeah, that's kind of a preset to what this is. Read the room, basically. You know what I mean?
Well, she can't read the room because she just has to do what she has to do, you know? So it's like, what do you do once you're up there, you know? But my reading the room would be before she came on stage. Like, why is your hair like this? Why are you wearing these raggedy clothes? Like, what is happening with you? Why is your voice trembling? Why are you not speaking loudly? You know, we all know when you get on a microphone, you have to say, hey, everybody, you know, you have to kind of like greet people. Thank you for being here or something. You know, she's just like, fellas, you're going to be fathers one day. And like, what are you doing? Like, what is happening? Why do you sound sad?
Yeah, very down demeanor, you know, not perky, not that girl that we've seen, or woman that we've seen.
Yeah.
Like, you know, all like chipper and happy and look at me, I'm with these men and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Nah, this is a very different situation.
This is her without her team, without Andrew Covid, without the teleprompter, you know, without, and the biggest part is you no longer can hide behind the widow. You can't sit there crying. You can't sit there with your little handkerchief going like this, because this is what she's been doing since day one. She could just sit there and just, I don't know what I'm going to do. Charlie this. No, now you got to work. You're the CEO of Turning Point USA, ma'am. What are we doing? What is happening? What's the plan?
That's what we were talking about before.
Sit here and do this all day.
You know, when you take in all that money, it's not, you just don't just take in the money. That money comes with work,
responsibility.
And it just started. And if it's already going like this, ooh,
yeah,
that's not good for TP.
This is not AI. We checked it out. This is an actual video of her. So we're gonna keep going with the video, but the one thing I want to share before we keep going is, according to what Candace Owens said, and you know, our research also, Turning Point USA received billions with an S of dollars from a foreign company. And now that Charlie Kirk is dead, they're waiting for their return back. And even though we all know that they made $250,000 in the last, I would say 4 months, I would say, but if they invest
more than that,
billions of dollars in the Turning Point USA, nobody cares. See, we see $250,000,000, $250 million as, wow, that's crazy. That's amazing, right? But to $1 billion company that just gave them multi-billions of dollars, they don't care. We need our return back. We need our money back. Like, what are we doing? So it's a possibility that Erika Kirk is out here operating like a slave, and she's tired. She's just like, oh my God, I got to do what now? Now I got to go to schools. I got to do this. Yeah, you got to act like you wanted to do what Charlie Kirk was doing. Get your ass out there. Because Charlie Kirk was built for this. Charlie Kirk was doing this since he was 18 years old. Charlie Kirk is in people's faces with a microphone like 300 days out of the year. And
it was his calling.
It is his calling, right?
Yeah.
She's out here, no father of her kids. She got 2 kids, whether they're hers or not. That's a different conversation. But she can't sleep. So she's out here literally like a slave, because here's the thing. Charlie Kirk turned down the billions of dollars, maybe because he's just like, yo, I don't want to be under your thumb where I have to do all this stuff. I need to slow down a little bit because I got 2 kids and a wife. So I turned the $1 billion down because I don't want to be your slave. But this dummy, she took the money. And his possibility, and we all, have come to that assumption that the reason why they killed them is so they can take the money. So they took the money and now they got to work. So in my opinion, this is the reason why this woman is out here looking like a Hebrew slave. No offense to the Hebrews. It's just a saying.
Out there in Egypt and shit.
Right. She has to make the money. She has to make their money back. So let's look into this, but I need y'all to comment what y'all think about what she's wearing, what she's saying, her tone of voice, her body language. Let us know what you think, because we're going to play this and we're going to have some fun, because I got a lot more.
That's what it's about. Let's go.
And everybody, y'all already know what I'm about to say.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
All right, let's go.
Your parents build something greater than just focusing on what's next in your life. Don't compromise your character. You guys might think it's brave to go along with the crowd. You guys might think it's brave to laugh at certain things that aren't funny. But
And read the captions up under here, because she's so terrible at speaking. You don't even know what the hell she's saying. So the captions are up under the video.
just know that people are watching, and one day you might be in a position of leadership that people will look back on your life 12, 13, 15 years, and they'll say, wow, you made those choices, you made those decisions. Yeah, in those moments, but my aunt used to tell me, never do something that you don't want on the front page of the newspaper. Live your life in that way.
Whoa.
Was that unintelligible?
Whoa, hold on. Let's back that up. We gotta stop that. I was gonna play the whole thing, but no, we gotta wait.
Never do something that you don't want on the front page of the newspaper. Live your life in that way.
You never want to do something that's going to put you in the newspaper. You have something to do with, you have knowledge of somebody killing your husband and you're acting like they didn't kill him. What are you talking about? You put yourself in the damn paper, lady. Are you crazy? And then somebody snickered. Listen, these students are not playing with this woman. They're like, yo, this woman is a dummy. Y'all listen again. Hit the like button.
Yeah, in those moments, but my aunt used to tell me, never do something that you don't want on the front page of the newspaper. Live your life in that way. Not because you're...
That's them laughing. The students are laughing.
Kids in the room.
Being constricted, not because you're afraid, but because you hold yourself to a higher standard. And I want to encourage you guys to do that. And I also want to encourage you guys, don't compromise your character. There's no reason to do that. You might think it's cool to insult people. You might think...
Hold on, just look at her for a second, y'all.
Ooh-wee. She looks like Chucky,
sorry.
bro.
I grew up in around heroin addicts and crack addicts. I'm not saying Erika Kirk is either of the two, okay? But as a kid, there were a lot of adults that would walk around like this. I am not saying Erika Kirk is anything. I'm not saying she's on drugs. I'm just saying I grew up seeing heroin addicts and drug addicts just walking around, scratching themselves, saying, "Hey, you straight?" Because that's what they used to say. I used to be a drug dealer when I was young. Sorry, but I used to be a drug dealer.
I was a drug dealer and a drug user. My audience knows I was on heroin for a long time, bro. Before I got my shit together. Yeah, I don't know if I even told you, but I mean, she's in jeans, a flannel shirt, a leather jacket at a government-sponsored school event with the U.S. Education Secretary, and I mean, she just looks disheveled, man. Unfortunately, I hate to see it. I don't want that for her. You know what I mean? But I'm not like that, you know. But you can't be doing this, man. What do you?
Somebody says, when was this?
Company?
This was like 10 days ago. This is recent.
February 5th.
Yeah. So I grew up seeing men and women walk up to me looking just like this, asking for crack, literally crack, because I sold crack. This is how heroin addicts and crack addicts walked around when I was young as a young drug dealer. So I am not saying anything about her, but she looks to me like she's on something. I'm not saying she is. I don't want to get sued, but that's what she's looking like. All right. But what do y'all think in the chat?
The man that took my husband's life, he made a choice over the course of time.
He made a choice over the course of time. Like, she's slurring her words. So let me say one thing about a drug addict. Drug addicts have a tendency to wear a lot of clothes because they're cold all the time. The dudes, one way you could tell a dude that's a drug addict is two different things. He always wears a skull cap and he smokes cigarettes. Not saying dudes with skull caps that smoke cigarettes are on drugs, but those are two specific signs that you can tell that somebody may be on drugs. They wear skull caps during the summertime, not wintertime. They wear skull caps in the house. They wear skull caps during the summertime. They wear skull caps all the time, and they smoke cigarettes because cigarettes are used to bring their high down or kind of like cycle their high. So when I see Erika Kirk up there with 3 jackets on,
someone said not drunk, drugs. I put a poll in my chat. We got 71 votes. 82% say yes, she's drunk. I should have put drunk or on drugs. Just take it for either one.
Yeah, I don't want to like push a narrative that she's on drugs. I would rather allow the narrative of being drunk, but I never want to push the narrative of somebody is being on drugs. So I just want to make sure we're I don't want to push that narrative because I don't want somebody else making a video saying Mr. Let Go says she's on drugs. Because I don't want anybody to be on drugs. Being drunk, anybody could be drunk, right? I could be drunk, you could be drunk, but I don't want to push the narrative saying that she's possibly on drugs. She looks like it, but I'd rather stay with the drunk narrative because I want to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Because she still
what's a little Xanax? You know what I mean? You gotta chill a little bit. The nerves are. I mean, all that money, you gotta get a couple bars in you. You know what I mean?
I know. So I said she's going max on a Xanax.
Xanax.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, so let's keep going. But listen to what she says right here. But my point is, when you see people with multiple jackets on, skull cap inside and stuff like that, there's certain signs that will say this person may be on drugs. Because when you're on drugs, something happens to your metabolic system where you're cold all the time. So you got to wear layers inside. So you got 2 jackets on, and I don't know.
Well, to be fair, they're in Illinois. It's fucking February, bro. You know what I mean?
You're on stage. You'll take a jacket off. You're on stage.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
And
Got a panel underneath.
me being somebody that tours the country, and I'm on stage on a normal basis, it's hot on stage because the lights are shining up on you, or there are lights shining down on you, and there's lights shining up. You know, they're like stage lights. They kind of like shine up here. So stages are usually hot. If you ever paid attention to a comedian, they usually have a towel up there, and they'll be like this. All right, that was and they're like this. So most stages are hot, not cold.
She is like that, but she's like this though.
She sweats through her eyes, right? So I'm just saying, somebody who's wearing all these layers on stage, it's a possibility that there's a reason, a metabolic reason why she's cold.
I think it's cool to assault people. You might think
it's cool to assault people. Hold on, what? Everything is coming out of her mouth is incoherent.
I think it's cool to assault people. You might think the man that took my
Bro, in the pause. What, like, you don't have any notes, ma'am? Golly.
I also want to encourage you guys, don't compromise your character. There's no reason to do that. You might think it's cool to insult people. You might think,
man, it
the
feels
man
like
that took
she's
my husband's life, he made a choice over a course of time.
Listen, he made a choice over the course of time.
well, if you listen to what she's saying, it almost sounds like she is
Whining.
trying to express something that she can't fully say. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm reading too deep into it, but maybe she's trying to say something that she can't say. You know what I mean?
This is what I see. She's still trying to make excuses for something, whether she's making excuses for her present state of mind. She's making excuses for the present state of Turning Point USA. She's making excuses for why she's not home with her kids. She's making excuses for the speculation of somebody killing her husband and, you know, blaming it on Tyler Robinson. She sounds like she's trying to, because at the end of the day, whether it's right or wrong, she said it herself. She says, my husband's dead and we just had to move on. She said it. So if you said your husband's dead, let's move on, why are you still on stage at a high school talking about your husband being dead? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, what are we doing when you literally said that? My husband's dead. So let's move on. Stop whining about your husband being dead. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's almost like a pity thing. Like, all right, like if I say this enough times, maybe they'll give me a chance.
She said it right here. Listen.
He's dead. Like, I'm not trying to be morbid, but he's dead. We had thousands that were registered to vote.
I'm just saying.
My husband's dead. Like, I'm not trying to be morbid, but he's dead. We had thousands that were registered to vote. My husband's dead.
Bro.
Like,
my husband's dead. She said it. So it's like, why are you in a high school sitting there still whining about your dead husband? Move on. Okay, if you don't care that your husband's dead, we don't care. We're ready to see what Turning Point USA has to offer. Stop standing up there whining about your husband when you yourself said,
time to move on.
my husband's dead. Like,
you know, so you're up there crying and whining like, ma'am, what are we doing? Like, just like now, y'all haven't seen me in 5-6 days, right? You may be like, what's going on, Miss Lego? I didn't come on here like, yo, it's because it is. No, I'm like, yo, we'll talk about that later. Let's get to the content. Let's move on. And then later on, we could talk about certain things. What if I would have came on here just sitting here like, the reason why I haven't been on here, you would be like, what is wrong with you? You know, so no matter what happened to you, you got to put that to the side and jump back into whatever people know you for. Does that make sense, Danks?
Of course. I mean,
Like, what the
look,
hell?
you take this role and you're gonna push forward with no grieving. I mean, whether or not you needed to grieve or not, you didn't even give that opportunity. So I've seen it where some people, they in different scenarios, say they're not on stage or whatever, they don't even grieve till months later. You know what I mean? That shit doesn't hit them for a while. So she could actually end up start grieving now. You know, and she just tried to pull it all together and do all this stuff in the first 6 months. And now she still has to do that while she starts to really sit with the fact that, oh shit, I'm really having to go through this and he's dead. You know what I mean? And she keeps saying he's dead to get everybody to herself to move on.
Thanks.
You know?
I want you to think about this. Here's the bottom line. You're the CEO of the company. You can hire somebody that will come out there and do all this for you. We never see the CEOs of companies this large being the front person for the company. Then you bring in the dude with the pizza tattoo on under his lip to become the next Charlie Kirk.
That's crazy.
What is his name? Everybody in the chat.
Cabot
Phillips. Isn't that the little dude that you was screwing? You know, he was your ex-boyfriend. Bring in your little ex-boyfriend with a pizza tattoo and have him come out here.
Let him do it. Yeah, he would have been better.
Right. Like, what the hell are we doing?
We already succumbed to the fact that they might as well start making better moves because this is going to get worse and worse, bro. I don't see it getting any better from this situation doing like this.
So Erika Kirk looks disheveled. She looks frustrated, confused, tired. She looks disorientated. And according to the actual students, she looks to them like she's inebriated. So my assumption is she's losing. She's losing. And what is she losing? She's losing her overall public identity of this virtuous widow of Charlie Kirk. Because at this particular point, nobody really cares about that anymore. People are ready to move on. She's ready to move on because she said it herself right here.
My husband's dead.
So because of that, everybody's looking to move on, right? But when you move on from that widow crying identity, you know, you got a little handkerchief, like nobody wants to see this anymore. You actually have to get out here and work, right? And I don't think she's able to operate like Charlie Kirk was able to operate. And for whatever reason, she feels the need, because I think she's an attention whore. She feels the need to still be out here because she wants all the attention. She doesn't want to hire somebody to take over for her and take care of her kids. She doesn't give a shit about her kids because she's in our faces more than our parents were in our faces when we were kids. Like, you know, my mom was in my face. My mom was like, let me see your homework. Let me see what you're doing, what you got going on, where you going. You know, she's in our faces like my mom was in my face when I was a kid. And she's a mom with kids that's supposed to be in her kids' faces, you know? So the bottom line is, I think she's losing her footing of being the CEO of Turning Point USA. I think she's literally spiraling out of control. She's losing the confidence of the crew of idiots that is actually holding this company up. Andrew Kovic, the amazing Mikey McCoy, the cult leader, Dad, Rob McCoy, the co-cult leader, Frank Turek, and the nerd king, Blake Neff. I think altogether, they're losing confidence in Erika Kirk. But they're just like, hey, we'll take over. No, I don't want you to take over. This is my company. I'm the attention whore. I'm going to do this.
I do want to say, real quick, side note, there's almost 1,000 Danksters in the building. I'm with your boy, Mr. Let Go. Some of you have been like, you're on his show and this and that. Why are you talking this? You're the receipts guy. Look, I'm not any guy. I'm the guy that likes to have fun on YouTube and kick it with the homie and actually talk about shit that people are looking at or need to see, so we can expose the whole truth. It's not just about money. It's about, you have to see everything, right? This is the home. He's held me down. I've held him down, and I appreciate him. And he is putting out content constantly, showing things that people don't want to talk about because they're just nervous to. And I respect that. And I want everyone, if you respect that type and you respect me and you like his work, go follow Mr. Let Go. There's 1,000 people over here. Make sure that you check out some of his stuff because he's the first one that broke Romanian angels. How many? Phil Lyman. How many things?
Yep.
And then, so that's why I'm here, because I got respect for this guy right here. So thank you.
He just hit me up and was like, yo, send me the link. Let's do it. So I was like, all right, cool. So to the people that are watching me, make sure to go follow Danks. He is an amazing person. And he is so on top of his shit where like I hit him up and just say, hey, what do you think about this? Because he's so on top of the financial aspect of all this. So there are multiple aspects of this Erika Kirk, Charlie Kirk situation. There is a trafficking side. There is a possible money laundering side. There is an emotional side, how we feel about this whole situation. And the emotional side is a very important side also, right? And I talk about the emotional side of all of this. I'm not the money person. I'm the emotional person. I'm the, what do you think or how do you feel about these people, right? Because at the end of the day, public sentiment and the narrative that they're trying to put out there is very important for us to break down. And I'm the other side of the narrative. And with all that being said, I want to say, looking at Erika Kirk, this is a time for celebration. And here's the reason why. Somebody may, in the chat may say, why are you and Dank still talking about this Erika Kirk, Charlie Kirk situation? Well, the reason why we keep talking about this is because the public sentiment and the narrative is slowly changing in our favor. And this is why we got to talk about the money. And we got to talk about Erika Kirk. Why we got to talk about Turning Point USA. We have to talk about all the aspects because here's the thing. We are the news. We are the biggest voice. We are the new media. All right. And we have to talk about all the aspects. See, I come from the relationship space and I know about what setting narratives and changing narratives do. I actually contributed to single motherhood going down. For the last 3-4 years, I've been talking bad about single motherhood because I think single motherhood, along with all of these situations, affect trafficking. I'm gonna say that again. I think single motherhood is one of the negative effects of trafficking because when there's just a single mother in a household, the mother, she's doing everything she can, right? But a lot of times the actual protection, the leadership comes from the mother and the father being one, right? And a lot of times when there's just one parent in the household, that child leaves the house way too early. She doesn't go to college. He doesn't go to college. He just goes out and start doing whatever. I'm a product of a single parent. I was out there selling drugs, right? And when you look at the trafficking side of all of this, which I focus on, is when you feel unloved at home, when you feel unseen at home, you leave home way too early and you get out in the streets. You get out here trusting other adults. And then guess what? If you're a young girl, you can end up getting manipulated and put in a situation where you're now on OnlyFans against your will, or you're in another country in a strip club against your will, simply because you didn't think your mother loved you or understood you, or your dad wasn't there. And next thing you know, you get out here thinking life is cute and you get trafficked. This is a fact, and anybody can look this up. Over 22,000 females go missing every 30 days. I'll say it again. Over 22,000. I'm saying females because it's girls and women. It's not just young girls. It's not just women. 22,000 females go missing every 30 days.
Damn.
And there's a reason why. One is normal. It's so normalized. And the reason why it's normalized because most households aren't necessarily intact. You know? And that's the reason why I came up with my mother-daughter card game, because it puts all of us in a position where we need to put ourselves in a position where we can understand our daughters better. We can understand our sons better. We can put together our families in a better way. So there's the money aspect, but there's the emotional aspect. And I think the emotional aspect is one thing that affects all of us, because some of us may have daughters, because I have 2 daughters, and you might not have a good relationship with your daughter. She could turn around and say, hey, you don't understand me, therefore I'm going to do this and do that. And next thing you know, one day she's walking through the mall, minding her business with her friends, and Ghislaine Maxwell walks up to her, or an Erika Kirk walks up to her. And remember, Erika Kirk, we caught her, 2 weeks ago, flirting with a 15-year-old, right? So these grown women are approaching young girls, your daughters, walking through the mall saying, hey, you're pretty. Hey, you're this, you're that, you're awesome. Or your daughter may see somebody from social media and be like, oh my God, I can't believe Erika Kirk just walked up to me. I can't believe this woman just walked up to me. And next thing you know, she's enticed into becoming a part of a modeling agency. And then that's when the Epstein files come in and all this. So there's so many aspects that we have to look at. But I look at the home life, and Dank looks at the financial side. So I think both aspects need to be spoken upon. You got anything for the video? Go ahead.
Yeah, and to speak on what you said about we are the media, I want you don't have to now, people that are watching, don't leave here for this, but I literally have on my screen, I typed in news live. We already have, I don't know how many you got. I got over 1,000 people in here.
I got 1,000.
Okay. So live news with Fox has 3,000. NBC has 977. CNBC has 87. All right. This is a fact. 1.5K on Times New World, 202 on Mirror Now News, Fox News. I mean, we're right there. 1.4K watching on Fox 5 News New York. So this is it, baby. We're here. Our time is now. Because they're not going to talk about the truth. They're only going to tell people what they want to talk about at work. Or go and talk about when they're in the voting line, or it's always a manipulation. There's big ass companies that own it and are sending scripts down. Do we sound scripted? No. We don't have an agenda. We want truth. That's it. You guys know this.
Like if you look at Candace will have 200,000 people watching. Barron will have like 25, 30,000 people watching. So the thing about it is we are the new media, and we have to talk about everything, not just one thing. All right, so let's get back to the video. But I just want to let y'all know that it's so important that all aspects be spoken upon.
12, 13, 15 years. And they'll say, wow, you made those choices, you made those decisions. Yeah, in those moments. But my aunt used to tell me, never do something that you don't want on the front page of the newspaper. Live your life in that way. Not because you're being constricted, not because you're afraid, but because you hold yourself to a higher standard. And I want to encourage you guys to do that. And I also want to encourage you guys, don't compromise your character. There's no reason to do that.
She looks like a whole crackhead up there.
You might think it's cool to insult people. You might think... The man that took my husband's life, he made a choice over a course of time.
No, y'all made a choice over the course of time. And it's starting to affect you because you took the billions of dollars that Charlie Kirk turned down. And now you are out here having to go from school to school to school, slaving your ass off because you got to make those billionaires their money back.
he made the wrong decision consistently over his life. And so I want you guys to understand that even
you look like you made the wrong decisions by having something to do with or having knowledge of killing your husband.
though your choice might be small, I don't care if it's deciding whether or not to put the grocery cart back in the sand or something as grand as finding a way to forgive someone who's deeply hurt you. Those choices leave a mark on your soul for eternity. People will watch it. One day your kids will watch it. And so
somebody pause it real quick.
Again.
Somebody is saying it sounds like AI, the hollow voice. Dude, this is a phone recording in the middle of a auditorium. All right.
Right.
We vetted this. I looked at the news. I looked at where she was at. This is a real video with real audio from a shitty iPhone 14 or some Android, it looks like. So you are getting stuff that the media was not allowed to see. So whatever you want to say about it, it doesn't matter. This is tried and true. It's in the go look. Where was she at on February 5th and what school? It's all there. What I just said. So,
and just keep in mind, this is at a high school. There's no professional audio in this high school. So, because you may say, well, we've seen her at this event or that event, and she didn't sound like this. Well, there's no big speakers. There's no professional audio here. So this person is just videoing this from their iPhone and then you got to look at the actual place they're in. The acoustics aren't necessarily the best either. This is just some government high school, you know? And to be honest with you, the audio from the situations where Charlie Kirk was doing his shows, you know, in front of the kids, it would sound like this overall, but that was outside. So the acoustics are totally different, but this is not AI. And I want to give grace to the person that says, hey, this may be AI, because we have to do that. We have to make sure, like, hey, have y'all vetted this? Is this real? So thank y'all for asking if this is real, so we can confirm that it's real. Because there's a lot of mods.
You got someone over here trolling the shit. They're throwing super chats and troll on you. What the heck, bro? Why are you calling people grifters? Why? Because we're talking about like actual shit going on? I mean, I don't know.
I don't care. See, I don't worry about that stuff. I just keep going. I don't care. Because the thing about it is, people are always going to say certain things in the comments in order to get attention, because they just got attention, right?
Yeah.
So I don't care. That makes no difference to me. Shit, Erika Kirk is a damn grifter. Like, she was going. Okay, so let me say this real quick. If you think I'm a grifter, was I an actor? Was I on a reality show? Was I in a music video? Was I in a movie? Was I, you know what I'm saying? That's Erika Kirk, who's the actual grifter. How am I a grifter? I'm a person in a relationship space, and I'm selling relationship material. And if you just think about what my soliloquy I just shared with everybody, I just literally said that the way these people, these young women, end up on Epstein Island or in these situations, because we all know with Turning Point USA, they literally, and this is factual, you can't sue me for this, are literally looking for 17, 16-year-olds to work for Turning Point USA. They're looking for young people who don't have a father and bring them into these situations. The young girl Erika Kirk was flirting with did not have a good relationship with her father. So they look for fatherless people, male and female, to end up in these situations so they can end up in trafficking rings. So I am in the same space that I've always been, the protection of young people. So I'm good over here. So if somebody says something, I don't care. I'm solid.
And so
I've been getting it too.
To be here, because this is where it all started. for Charlie. And it was always so special for him because he understood that there's something so much greater when you...
Ma'am, talk.
Sorry, I was just really emotional these past few days.
No, you're not emotional. You're incoherent. If you had enough common sense, you would have notes. You don't have a lot of common sense, ma'am.
Yes. Something that's so important when even with understanding the character.
You said reading the room a while ago, right? Do you think students want to hear this shit?
Well, no, they're forced to. Remember, there's a lot of new people since I said that. This is between 2:30 and 3. So the students are in this school and they were required, they couldn't leave the property and they had to go into this auditorium. And you know how it is in schools, they're pushing people to go into this room, all the teachers and everybody. So they're all forced to be in there. And somebody said, I don't hear any clapping. It's because nobody wants to be there.
No one wants to be there.
And there's nothing to clap for.
Hold on 1 second. We just got some news in. This is breaking news. Hold on. Let me see. What is this? Breaking news, y'all. Breaking news.
What you got?
Way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions.
Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband. If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like another light thought, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
I like
everybody,
that, bro.
Thank you. And for everybody watching, make sure to pick up your mother-daughter card game. And for anybody who does not live with their mother or live with their daughter, I actually made the card game with you in mind because most adults do not live with their mama no more, and they don't live with their adult daughters. You can send the daughter deck or the mother deck to your mother or your daughter. So you buy this card game and you call your mom up and say, hey, I'm about to send you your deck and we're going to play this card game over the phone. And she's going to be like, what kind of card game? Just don't worry about it. I'm just going to send it to you. And then send whichever one you need to send out to the mother or the daughter, and boom, y'all can play over the phone. Or for a lot of you, you're scared of your mother and you think your mother would not want to play this card game with you. And because she don't want to do anything with you because y'all don't have a good relationship.
Well, they said how much? They said how much?
Check the link. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. And the link is also under this video. So look under this video or the link is under the chat. So here's the thing. This is the approach that you do with your mother. You say, hey, mom, you want to play a fun card game? No, I don't want to play no card game. It's okay. Okay, here you go. Just check it out and let me know what you think. And hand her questions. And you say, I got my questions right here. Here's your questions. And just walk away. Her nosy ass is going to open it up and start reading the questions. And next thing you know, she's going to be like, huh. So you say you have questions too? Yeah, I have questions for you and you have questions for me. Next thing you know, she's going to say, okay, let's play it. And then boom, y'all are going to play the card game that you think your mother would never want to play. Because simple curiosity is going to make your mother want to play this card game with you. Because a lot of women, sadly, they don't get along with their mothers, or a lot of daughters don't get along with their, mothers. So yeah, make sure to get the card game and let's get back to it. And
I want to say something on that, if you don't mind.
Hold on real quick. And for anybody who are just like, so make sure to go to the link. Make sure to go to the link. You'll see everything there. So keep this in mind. This is therapy in a box. The key to this card game is therapy. you drag your mother to therapy or you drag your daughter to therapy, you think you're going to get something out of that? No, because your mother is going to side with the damn therapist, and they're both going to gaslight you, because what female therapist, because most therapists are female, is going to not side with your mother. She's naturally going to side with your mother. Next thing you know, you're going to have a triangulation going right in front of you. Your mother and a therapist are going to double team you, and then your mother is going to be right, and you're going to leave the therapy session feeling crazy because you just got gaslighted by your therapist and your mother. Because what woman is literally going to go against somebody's mother? It's almost sacrilegious. So you got to play this game in a way where you can kind of like trick your mother into having fun. Because if not, she's going to gaslight you, triangulate you, guilt trip you. Oh, so are you saying that I'm a bad mother? She can't do that playing this game. That's all she's going to say. Oh, I'm just a terrible mother, right? I'm just a terrible person, right? No, Ma, we just, but playing this game, she can't do that. Because she has her questions for you, and you have your questions for her. So both of y'all are on an even playing field. So this is therapy in a box. This is 2 years of therapy in a box. But go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, see, this is, and if people on my channel are saying, what is this? He comes from the relationship space. Mm-hmm. And I got to say, shout out to him, because he's trying to help bring families together. Now, a lot of my audience are older, 45 to 65 plus, and it goes both sides. So if you want to get to know your daughter, or if you want to bond more, this is a great way. I mean, we've talked about it, and he's explained to me, and I think it's great for relationships. I might need a referral code, bro, so we could get you some. But we were also talking about maybe making an app, making it more accessible, because making these cards are not cheap. People I see in the comments saying, oh, it's expensive, this and that, but
it's supposed to be expensive.
What is, it's supposed to be expensive, one, and two, what's 28 or 50 bucks or whatever, even if it's $100 to at least work on your relationship, especially if you can't get them into an office, and even in that office is not worth a damn anyway.
$300.
Yeah, I mean, so I like it. I think it's a really great way to contribute to the world in general.
Because one-on-one therapy is usually about $100, but try to bring another person to the therapist with you. It's not going to be $100. It's going to be like $300, because now it's two people getting therapy and not one. And then they don't do 2-for-1 deals. So you go to therapy is $100, something like $150. But if you bring your mom or your daughter to therapy, it's going to be about $300. So
we got a super chat talking about.
Go ahead.
You as well. Go ahead. No, you go ahead. You got a super chat if you want to pull it up. I think it's from my side. What does he say?
When it's on my mind, I email it. So sorry for the emails. I guess just for you. Somehow emailing you, I guess. But be on the overtime over here. Plus, we still have we have to punch the clock. Aaron, Mr. Lego, answer your emails. We worked on many stories. I just checked my emails. So, okay. I'll recheck my emails. What's the name of the email? What is the title of the email? Because I just checked my emails today.
I'm watching the chat for him. He's right here on mine. Yeah, put the subject, bro, and I'll see it. Just tag
what's
me
the
in
subject now in the email? Because I just checked my emails this morning. I just got invited to I forgot his name, Sean Atwood show. So we're working on that. So yeah, I just checked my emails. All right, so let's get back to it. And what I have to share after this is going to be absolutely hilarious. I got more on this Erika Kirk stuff.
On the internet, it's so easy to hide behind a keyboard. It is so easy to press send after typing something out that you think will have no ramifications. But it does. There's someone on the end of that computer, under the phone. And so, as you go about your life, and understanding that choices do mold you, I just want to encourage you guys to be bold and fearless. Not everyone is called to be on the front lines. That's okay. Support those that are. Pray for those.
No high school students, like, they don't care. Talking about be on the front lines. Ma'am, who are you and why are you in front of us? Like, nobody wants to hear this woman.
Be there for them in ways that you could not even imagine, but just know that the enemy would love nothing more than to confuse you, to put you in a position where you don't think your life matters or someone else's doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is the CEO of Turning Point USA. This is who is leading this company, this frustrated, possibly inebriated, disheveled shell of a person.
And so just remember, again, every choice that you make is it bringing you closer, for me, closer to heaven. That's my focus now. Closer to heaven, closer to being a person.
She actually does look closer to heaven. Like, she is losing it.
Heaven
Closer,
or hell?
Something closer to
Make
depression.
hell crowded.
Make depression crowded. She looks like she's depressed. She's moving closer and closer to depression.
Or is it bringing you further away? When someone's criticizing you, is it constructive criticism or is it destructive?
Look at this. She can't even say destructive right.
Go closer to being a person that God has told you to be, or is it bringing you further away? When someone's criticizing you, is it constructive criticism or is it destructive criticism that is going to harm you?
She couldn't even say destructive. This is bad.
It's not going to harm you when it's constructive. Too hard to remember. But again, the reason why high schools are so important to me, when I was talking to POTUS a few weeks ago, I told him, I said, something that's really special is the fact that these students, a lot of them, how many of you guys are going to vote in the midterms? Any of you old enough yet? That's awesome. I don't know why.
What's she say?
I don't know.
This is what the hell is she saying?
Something that's really special is the fact that these students, a lot of them, how many of you guys are going to vote in the midterms? Any of you old enough yet? That's awesome.
How do they even get the captions out of this shit?
Exactly. She's slurring virtually every word.
I want to know why that's important to you. And I even told POTUS, I want to know what's on their heart and mind that I can share back with you once I hear, because...
What? I'm trying to literally delineate what she's trying to say.
I don't know why that's important to you. And
I don't know why that's important to you. What do you mean you don't know why? It's important to me.
I even told POTUS, I want to know what's on their heart and mind that I can share back with you once I hear, because I want to know... I will never forget the first time I ever voted. Ever. And I want you guys to...
Voted? Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. This is why she's in front of them. This is it right here. She's about to throw the voting scheme out there.
Harness that same heartstring, because using your voice that way is very powerful than the other.
So now she's connecting heart strength to voting.
God bless you. So when you guys do have a chance, please make sure you guys go out and do that straw poll that's out there. But again, I just want to encourage you, guys and girls, please, like, there's so much more to life than what's in these four walls. I told Charlie about his last day on earth.
She might as well have a glass of vodka, a martini in her hand, bro.
Might as well. She said there's more things to life than these four walls and Charlie's last day on earth. What the hell?
Before everything happened. And I told him, I love you, I'm proud of you. And go have fun. And you can do that. You can have fun in a way where you're making the decisions but on your family, on yourself, and on your future self. Again, I'm so grateful to be here. God bless you guys. Sorry I was late again, but that's why.
And she was late.
This is somebody that is not only, you can't blame it on unpreparedness. This is not that. Some people are saying, oh, she's unprepared. I saw it reported in the news. But she's not finishing sentences, and she's not even beginning sentences. She's just putting strings of words together, hoping they stick.
Yeah.
I mean, that is obvious.
This is really, really bad. So this right here is hilarious. Now we're about to show you the comments. And when I say every single comment is bad, and these are the students. This shit is hilarious. Check this out. These are the students commenting.
You know, the way that you treat women, the way that you live your life every single day, it matters. Ladies.
She sounds drunk.
Ladies, be modest.
This is the true Erika when she doesn't have a script in front of her.
Live your life in a way that's honoring. Honor your parents.
Yo, this is hilarious.
Build something greater than just focusing on what's next in your life. Don't compromise your character. You guys might think it's great to go along with it.
Look at this one. I love when the girl giggled when Erika said never do something that would land you on the front page of a newspaper.
Somebody in the comments said, said Kamala vibes.
Oh my God. They said it in these comments too, because the thing about it is she's like a reincarnation of Kamala Harris. These are literally Kamala vibes for real. This is hilarious, bro.
Laugh at certain things that are funny, but just know that people are watching, and one day you might be in a position of leadership that people will look back on your life 12, 13, 15 years, and they'll say, wow, you made those choices, you made those decisions. Yeah, in those moments, but my aunt used to tell me never do something that you don't want on the front page of a newspaper. Live your head in that way. Not because you're being constricted, not because you're afraid, but because you hold yourself to a higher standard. And I want to.
At least Kamala's husband is still alive.
Oh, damn.
Kamala didn't kill her husband, so shout out to Kamala.
I encourage you guys to do that. And I also want to encourage you guys, don't compromise your character. There's no reason to do that. You might think it's cool to insult people. You might think...
This is painful.
He made a choice over a course of time. He made the wrong decision consistently over his life.
She needs to stop.
And so I want you guys to understand that even though your choice might be small, I don't care if it's deciding whether or not to put the grocery cart back in the sand or something as grand as finding a way to forgive someone.
Put the grocery cart back in his hand. She said, Erika, where are your babies? It sounds like she's on to something.
Those choices leave a mark on your soul for eternity. People are watching it.
And it gets worse. Why is she being allowed to speak at a high school?
Your kids are watching.
You gotta remember, she just got caught flirting with a 15-year-old, y'all, and she's at a high school in front of 15-year-olds.
They're making it mandatory to be in high schools and colleges all over the country.
Yes.
They're actually seeking like lawsuits against public schools that don't actually take in their chapters. Yes. This is what's going on in your neighborhood high school soon with TPUSA.
Yes.
This is not good. It's not good. Flat out.
And this is why it's important for us to fight the narrative that they're trying to push. This woman, do you want this crackhead looking person in your kid's high school? Huh?
And they're sorry, I keep interrupting. I mean, this is like got me on fire, bro.
Yeah.
They're geofencing
everybody. Yeah.
You want them tracking your kids and then taking that shit back home to you and on your devices, on your network. If you haven't seen my video, I've got receipts. Go watch my video after this live stream talking about, it's got the last few videos that I've uploaded talks all about how it all works. It literally is a geofencing generative engine optimizer that they trace around churches and schools, not just churches. I don't mention that so far. I've just mentioned churches in my videos, but I show the technology, how they track people, how it hops from phone to phone, how they get people at a church because they can count on people going to church every Sunday, and it spreads like a virus. Yeah. And they change the way your AI system responds to you based on the geofencer's bias. So before you go into this geofence location, whether it's the school or whether it's the church, they are literally feeding you different information based off of what they want you to see before and then after when you come out. Yeah, it's different. Yeah. And then they're doing it to pastors too and to teachers. So before they started geofencing the location, sorry to hijack the narrative on this one, but it's important to know is that this is real. They have FARA documents. I have it on my website, americansfortransparency.org. I have it on my YouTube videos. I'm spreading the truth because they are changing the algorithm with all of the AI engine companies, allowing them into a back door to spread propaganda for IHOP. Yeah. Okay. That's a fact. You can mark my words on it. I got the paperwork.
They are literally after your children. And this is not a joke. This is not a joke. They are after your children. They're after your parents and your children. Because your parents are in church, because most older people are in church, and they're after your children. And
leave your phone at home.
Yeah. Don't go to church. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to church. Some of y'all, it's okay. But some of the research I've done, there is 20 pages full of churches that they are geofencing. I'm gonna do
303 churches that I've seen. I mean, I don't know if you want to pull up the site later. I can give you can, but it's all. I mean, if you go to TPUSA, I can send you the link, bro, and you can show it. They're tracking the churches. I'll show your.
I think it's way more than 300 churches, though. It's 20 pages full of churches.
Well, that are geofenced actively. That's no. I'm sorry. This is just from Show Faith by Works. It's 300 churches. That's my bad. Okay. Just from them. There's a bunch of organizations doing it.
There's let's see, what's his name? Hold on, I'll show you.
If you go, I'm gonna send you a link. Where do you want it? On IG?
Hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to see. Where is it?
I'll put it in this private chat. If you go to tpusafaith.com and scroll down, it shows all the churches that they're tracking on their website, TPUSA Faith, and it's got a map of every single church with the address, and location, and state.
Yeah. Okay. Just send it to me and I'll look into it. I'll bring it up in a second.
And so I again am so grateful to be here because this is where it all started for Charlie. And it was always so special for him because he understood that there's something so much greater when you
she can't even think. She is the most boring public speaker. And she always blames her being emotional when she can't remember her damn lies. The second she can't remember something, I'm so emotional. No, ma'am, you can't keep doing that. I'm sorry. Stop patting your face with a handkerchief and stop saying I'm so emotional. No, you're incoherent.
So much greater when you sorry, it's just been really emotional these past few days.
I ran out of shit to say.
Something that's so important, even with understanding the character. On the internet, it's so easy to hide behind a keyboard.
And we got 4 people that bought the card game. Thank you so much. Let's get the 10 people to buy the card game. Let's get the 10 people. We got 4 people that bought the card game so far. Let's get the 10 people. And thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to help you and your mother or your daughter build your relationship or repair your relationship. I really appreciate you allowing me to do that. I appreciate you.
You got some super chats too. They're kind of funny.
Hold on, let's read the super chats.
Keith Tank, Just Jay, Julie.
You read yours and I read mine.
Is that one Keith Tank? All right, so she went full wine ant. Oh, that's like the wine ant at Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving.
That's the drunk auntie out there.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
Okay, just say Julie. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, Keith and Julie. $2 supers. Drunk Girl Saturday Night Live or that 70s show basement talk. Oh, where's the smoke at, bro? I need that smoke with the lights. Ashton Kutcher.
And shout out to Arwen. Is she slurring? Yes, she is slurring every word. This is you.
Measurement. Hey, he's back. $5 if she tells them to wash greens in the tub. End this live immediately. Watch she pull out hot sauce. Okay. Can you? Maybe this is something I don't understand. What is this?
Okay, if she tells them wash greens in the tub, end this live immediately. That means some white women would try to act black and say stuff that they think black people do. So this is something that a white woman would say. Hey, I'm cool. I keep hot sauce in my purse. So that's kind of like what a white woman would say in order to sound cool. I wash collard greens in a tub. Nobody washes collard greens in a tub. It's a saying, but they actually think black people wash collard greens in a tub for real. And I keep hot sauce in my purse. Those are things that white women, older white women say to sound cool.
My wife is Mexican and she for real rolls around with Tabasco in her purse.
In her purse. Right. Yeah. That's what you say.
Okay, I get you.
Shout out to the LeBron went to the Diddy parties. What's going on? What is going on? LeBron went to Diddy parties. So emotional from Whitney Houston is Erica's favorite song. Golly, man, it's bad, man. She's just sitting here just whining to children, trying to whine her way into the hearts of these children. Is disgusting. That's literally what she's saying. My husband died. My husband wanted this. My husband wanted that. So because my husband wanted this and that, do what I tell you to do for my husband. She did that to her own employees.
I want you to think about this. This is not like when you imagine a high school going and speaking and spreading this, whether it's political or educational on conservatism or anything. What the hell kind of bullshit is this? This is not the message that you would be bringing to school students that are from the age of 14 to 17, 18. You need to be talking about things they identify with. They need to she needs to actually be delivering a message. She's out here sobbing, thinking that people care, and the whole world thinks that she's evil. So she needs to come out banging. I don't know if it's recoverable, but this is not a message worth hearing. And this is why we're talking about it, is because people need to see the bullcrap that's coming out of her mouth and the things they're trying to do, but then not actually fulfilling the role that they said they're going to do. If you're going to go in all these high schools and speak to everybody, then go speak, but not this sob stories on a stage. Get the hell out of here, man.
Yeah. Sob stories on a stage needs to be the name of what she's doing. How long says I love some soul food, but if you make it in a tub, I'm out. That's gross. But I don't know why. Like I said, this is my opinion because I don't really know why. But like I said, when they took the billions of dollars from the billionaire, the French billionaire, which is, I think we could say is a fact now, they now have to get their asses out there and start dancing for the money. And I think she's tired. She hasn't had any sleep, and she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. So if a billion thinks, somebody asked me, would you want to be a billionaire? And I said no, because then I would have to either do something that I don't want to do or live a way that I don't want to live, because then I would have to possibly have security or whatever, right? I don't want to live like that, right? I got my daughters. I have a beautiful life, right? So when somebody gives you $1 billion, you are then their slave. I don't want anybody to give me $1 billion. $1 million? Yeah. I can work $1 million. Like I can make $1 million myself. So somebody gives me $1 million, I could do that. But $1 billion? Like you're literally a slave to them for the rest of your life, because I cannot work off $1 billion. I'm sorry. I cannot produce $1 billion worth of content or sales. I can't.
And it's not just that, because remember, that's allegedly this Pierre dude with the billions. And it's going to grow because it's in stock. And then you've got Mr. BB with 150 million. I mean, this is multi-faceted, hundreds of millions to billions. It's not just one. So you've got multiple people now. I was talking with somebody last night, Gen X girl, shout out. I was saying, hey, look, why do you think Nancy Pelosi and all these people are so damn old in the Senate and they never leave? It's because they keep getting paid by all of these people and they keep getting older, but the people paying keep having kids and they got grandkids and they keep introducing. So they are tied to all these people that keep getting younger, while these other people in office keep getting older and taking money. They're held hostage to what they're supposed to be doing with that money. And that will never change. As soon as you step into that game, you're done forever.
Yeah. Like, I'm never going to take the money. Now, if somebody wants to offer a brand deal that has something to do with my overall concept, yes, I want to work with that person, right? If somebody wants to come in and give me some money and take over my card game company, I'll take that money, but I'm not going to take money that in exchange, they're going to cause me to change the way I think, the way I operate, the way I feel, the content I create. Because at the end of the day, I make great money now. I'm not a millionaire, but I don't need to be a millionaire. I would like to be a millionaire, but I would like to be a millionaire with my own business, with my own vision, and not somebody else's vision. And that's what happens with a lot of these people. And I could say a lot of the like Candace Owens, she worked for
Daily Wire.
Okay, I didn't really want to say it, but the Daily Wire, she worked for it's okay, because I think those are one of the words. I'm not sure, but I'm just starting to get a little scared to say certain words or phrases or whatever. But she worked for them. And I think they paid her well, but look at what's happening to her now. She got fired from them and they've been harassing her for the last, 5 years? So all money isn't good money. And I think that company that I don't necessarily want to say, they are part of what made her famous in the political field, because some of y'all don't know, Candace Owens was in a relationship space just like me. So some of you may say, oh, you're grifting. You're trying to get into the political world. No, I'm not. But guess what? Candace Owens was in a relationship space just like I was. You look up her old videos. She was on a relationship podcast. She was arguing about single motherhood, just like I was. But go ahead.
Somebody, Holly put a $2 super. She said, I'm just waiting for her to sell I Forgive Him t-shirts.
Yo, I forgive him. That is hilarious.
That's hilarious.
That
my gosh.
That is absolutely hilarious.
She should. Dude. She needs to just lean into it, man. Fuck it.
Yeah. Did Kamala say she made red Kool-Aid in her toilet? I think so. I think Kamala said something. Did Kamala Harris say she made red Kool-Aid in her toilet? or something on this.
That
said
is
something.
disgusting. The
Kamala
hell?
did not say she made red Kool-Aid in her toilet. No, she didn't say that. She said
Anything
something.
like it?
Wait, hold on. Did Kamala Harris say she made collard greens in her bathtub? Yes.
Kamala Harris said she washes a lot of collard greens in her bathtub when making them. She explained she makes such a large amount that the bathtub is the only place to wash them properly.
So that's what the other commenter was saying.
My gosh.
See, Kamala Harris is mixed, and she's not looked at as a black woman until she started trying to run for.
But she's not even black. She's Indian.
I'm just saying, she became a black woman magically when she started running for president, and we all know that. So she's never been a black woman, but she tried to act like she was black by saying stuff like this. I made collard greens. I think this is right here. Listen.
So I know how to make a mean pot of greens. In fact, people used to ask me to make greens for them for Christmas. One year, I had so many that I had to wash that we ended up washing them in the bathtub. So I am not.
This is her trying to sound or act like she's black. She's not a black woman. But when she was running for presidency, out of nowhere, she was magically a black woman. And that's why she kept saying stuff like that. She also said, I kept hot sauce in my purse. She doesn't keep hot sauce. She doesn't even know anything about collard greens or hot sauce. She's not black. Collard greens is what Kamala said. Hot sauce in the purse is what Hillary said. I think Kamala said both, but yeah, I remember when Hillary said that. She said that on the Breakfast Club. So yeah, just letting y'all know where these word tracks are coming from. It's women who try to sound black, and it's sad. All right, let's get back into these comments.
It's so easy to
What
press
a
send
mess.
after typing something out that you think will have no ramifications.
And look at how many people that are liking the people's comments.
But it does. There's someone on the back of that computer under the phone. And so, as you go about your life and understanding that choices do and won't do, I just want to encourage you guys to be.
So right here, 5 months ago, 70,000 people cheered, and she cried for her. And cried for her as she spoke at Charlie's memorial. Because that's another thing. The group that was at the memorial are totally different than normal everyday people. See, the memorial was set up for everybody to cheer her. Now she's out here on her own. Nobody has to cheer this woman anymore. This is not a memorial. She has to get out here and get it how she lives, and nobody's feeling this woman. So the memorial had a certain overall narrative where it's like, oh my God, this is the widow of Charlie Kirk. Let's all cheer for her. She's out of that now. And they say, now she can't make it through this talk without calling out kids for giggling at her. Hilarious.
Not everyone is called to be on the front lines. That's okay. Support those that are. Pray for those.
They cooked their golden goose. Charlie Kirk had the X factor that kept people enthralled. She can't keep people enthralled in no kind of way.
Or that confuse you to put you in a position where you don't think your life matters or someone else's doesn't matter, but it does.
This is bad.
And so, just remember again, every choice that you make is to bring you closer. For me, closer to heaven. That's my focus now. Closer to heaven, closer to being a person that God has told you to be, or is it bringing you further away? When someone's criticizing you, is it constructive criticism or is it destructive?
Is that word salad or is it fruit salad?
Criticism that is going to harm you. If it's not going to harm you, it's constructive to hurt.
Wow, that's messed up.
But Again, the reason why high schools are so important to me, when I was talking to POTUS a few weeks ago, I told him, I said, something that's really special is the fact that these students, a lot of them, how many of you guys going to vote in the midterms? Any of you?
She's slurring so bad and stumbling on her words. Candace Owens and Baron Coleman need to see this. I don't know how to email a video, but someone please do. Yes, somebody send this to Baron and Candace 1000%.
Jesse would have a blast on this one. Jesse on fire. He'll rip her apart.
Actually, we're doing our show Tuesday? We may do it. We may go over this Tuesday. I think we may do a part 2. I may do a part 2 with Jesse 1000% because this is hilarious. And it just happened.
I don't know why. I don't know why that's important to you. And I even told POTUS, I want to know what's on your heart and mind that I can share back with you once I hear, because I want to know. I will never forget the first time I ever voted. Ever. And I want you guys to harness that same heartstring.
Who thought this was a good idea at Turning Point USA, though? Like, who was in the boardroom saying, hey, this is what we need to do. We need to get into the schools. And Erika, you need to be the one to head the whole thing. Like, why? It's just bad. Hold on. Somebody said she has the charisma of a potato.
There's so much more to life than what's in these 4 walls.
All right, we're going to do a part 2 because the comments keep going on and on and on, and it's absolutely hilarious. Oh, let's get into these super chats.
Measured Man said, I don't know if this is true. He said, Candace, how long are y'all going to be on? If not, she will catch the replay. And I said, who? He said, Candace. You connected to Candace?
Say it again.
Measured Man is saying Candace is like, how long are we going to be on? If not, we'll catch the replay. I don't know if that's true.
Hold on.
It's just a regular comment.
Getting off the petty bus. Oh, so what is the person saying again?
Well, Measured Man, he's been throwing the supers. He said, how long are we going to be on? And I said, who? Because he wanted to know. Candace is basically, he's saying Candace wants to know how long we're going to be on, but I don't know how much of that is true.
Candace wants to know how long are we going to be on. Candace, if you're in the chat, say what's up. Candace might be watching. I don't know. So Candace, say what's up.
You're welcome to join. Yeah, you're welcome to join.
Or either, hit us up in the DMs. Both of our DMs are right here. So hit us up. She just finished getting off the petty bus, posting one of those Turning Point USA onboarding outings. Yeah, this is bad. She is captivated. She's as captivating as an ingrown rectal hair. Damn. So we're gonna do more research, and I'm gonna come back, and I want to share now why I disappeared for a week, and I had to get back into the YouTube algorithm. So just like I told Danks, one of the things that happened, because IHOP wasn't coming after me. It wasn't anything like that. It wasn't anything. I didn't get death threats, anything like that. I just started seeing what was happening to my brain and my algorithm on YouTube, Instagram, X, and TikTok. And this is something that is important for a lot of you watching. With the Epstein file stuff mixed in with the Charlie Kirk stuff and mixed in with all the other stuff having to do with the mixture of Epstein and Charlie Kirk and Erika Kirk, my entire timeline, and put a 1 in the chat if your timeline became this also, or is it this now, where every video that you come across on your social media timeline was something about drinking blood, somebody eating tadpoles and all these crazy rituals, or somebody dying and then we're going to war with Iran. It just became where I'm like, yo, what in the world is happening to my timeline? So put a 1 in the chat if your timeline has become so terrible and disgusting, eating babies and beef jerky, and what does beef jerky mean, and Pizzagate. It just turned into like an ongoing horror film on my phone. So in order to kind of like change my algorithm, I had to stop talking about this stuff for a minute, because I was going to do all these Epstein file videos, because I got all these videos, because I have 3 different portals where I can show Epstein files and all the videos, because there's like secret videos from the Epstein files. So I started downloading all these videos because I was going to show them and talk about them or whatever. But it got so overwhelming where I'm like, yo, I need to just talk about normal stuff. I need to just view normal stuff. I need to immerse myself into normal stuff. So I just started getting back into my relationship bag, talk about relationship stuff, mainly to change my own algorithm. Because whatever you view, whether it's real estate, whether it's Epstein files, whether it's women, whether it's parenting, your algorithm is going to feed you what it thinks you want to see. So I had to give my algorithm something different than all of this stuff, because we can make fun of Erika Kirk, but it always goes back into the tadpole traffic lights, the Romanian angels, and then it goes into a subset of Epstein this and Epstein that. So next thing you know, just as a person, I coach women, I coach men. I mainly coach women. It's important for you as an individual to know how to set boundaries with all of this stuff. If me or Danks start overwhelming you with all of this stuff, pull away just for a couple days, because your emotional health is way more important than some damn Epstein files. Because you got to go home to your man, you got to go home to your woman, you got to go to work in front of your boss, you got to deal with employees or your employers or clients. You can't just be sitting around watching all this stuff, because you're going to take it to work with you. You're going to take it home with you. You're going to start arguments with your significant other. You're going to go around family members and they're going to be like, yo, what is wrong with you? Did you hear about this person? Did you see what Candace said? And they're going to be like, yo, can we just have a normal conversation? But no, you don't understand the files.
Most people are not in our bubble. They're not. We're not. We think everybody is, because we're in an echo
everybody
chamber.
is. So other people that live normal lives are going to start looking at you like you're a weirdo. And we're not weirdos. We're just people that are concerned with our community and our country and where our country is going. And most importantly, our children. But understand, other people are not going to see it the way you see it, or as scary, as detrimental as we see it. So you have to slow down a little bit, disconnect a little bit, so you can operate with the rest of the world. Because I do not go outside of my house talking about all this Candace Owens, Erika Kirk, Charlie Kirk, Epstein files, conspiracy theory stuff. No, I'm a normal everyday person, and I'm out in the world talking about normal everyday stuff. Now, if they want to talk about it, cool, but I don't bring it up. So I don't want y'all losing yourselves into all of this stuff, because we go down rabbit holes, but I know how to get out of the rabbit hole. And that is the thing that I actually coach. You could turn around and lose yourself in all of this stuff. And to make sure I don't lose myself in all this stuff, I had to disconnect for a minute. So nothing happened to me. They didn't get me. They didn't threaten me. They didn't pay me. I just needed to disconnect and go touch grass. So for everybody watching, make sure you're going out in the world, getting sun, like interacting with actual people and not just always on the internet, and touch grass. Cultivate new relationships, like reignite old relationships, get out in the world and live your lives. Even though this stuff we're talking about is important, but I need y'all to understand that. And I'm speaking to myself also. But
one thing I will say is I might actually take this and go live after. I don't know how long he's planning on doing this for, but
I'm about
I do
to
want to
end it now.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to figure out a way to just cut this out and then go on to my own. If not, I'll just restart it live. But if you guys want to join me, you can. I'm gonna probably talk about some of the things that I've been going on as well. So I might end up just stopping and restarting a live stream. So if you guys want to join me,
I can just keep the live going if you want to.
Yeah, but I can't control the chat and all that stuff.
Oh, you can't control it. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Or so either, let's see, because
if I start a new one and then you raid me, or it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't. I mean,
how do we do the rating? We didn't really talk about how.
If you're in the YouTube studio.
No, I did it. I didn't know if it was a second thing that I have to do. I put everything in the settings, but I don't know what to do next.
So what you would do is, let me see up here. Yeah, I don't know. I think if you click, it doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. It's no big deal. Yeah.
But yeah, I could leave this live stream going if you want to. And
yeah, but I can't control the video and all that stuff and the comments and the super chats and stuff. So I'd rather just start a new one.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay, no, cool. I'm gonna go live after this. So we'll do something a little bit different about what I've been covering and stuff. If you guys want, put a 1 in the chat if you want me to go live after this. That way I know that people will show up, because it's been almost 2 hours here, hour and a half. So just let me know if you want me to. I will.
And if you miss me, say I miss you in the chat. Even if you're a dude, like, just say pause. It's okay. But at the end of the day, I just needed to take a break because it was too much. I like spending time with my kids. I like spending time with family. I'm in a dating world, so I'm out there dating or whatever. So I literally just needed to just go out and just touch grass, live life, what I'm saying, have some fun, change my algorithm a little bit, start talking about relationship stuff a little bit instead of all the Epstein files, So do not allow these conspiracy theories, whether they're true or theories, to just pull you out of your own mental safe place, because like I said, I'm a relationship person. I believe in mental health first, and Epstein files and Candace Owens and Erika Kirk stuff second, you know what I'm saying? So I'm always going to be that person. So somebody say pause. It's okay. You can say I miss your content. I get it. But let's see. We got 7 people that bought my mother-daughter card game. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Can we get to 10 before we go? But if not, it's okay. But the link is in the chat. And what I want everybody watching on my channel to do, to make sure to go to Dankster Intel's channel right now, because he's about to go live. So follow him and just go straight to his channel right now, because he's about to go live after this one. Go follow him. He has great content.
Thank you. And same for all people. Go to @MrLetGo. What I'm going to be doing on my live after this is I've been looking at all of these Instagram posts, and I've been tracking them on X and people sharing it. So I want to go through and just kind of stick to this topic, if you will, and from my video from yesterday. And I want to go through some of them, and it's just going to be a live, just hanging out, really like low key. It's not going to be like all this, stories and stuff like I've been doing. The debrief Sundays should be fun, and that's what I want to keep it light. But we'll hang out in the chat and stuff. So yeah, go follow Mr. Let Go. He's got a lot of great content that he's made over the last, since he's been doing content, but especially this Charlie Kirk stuff. He's broken a lot of the major things that people are still talking about. And like I said, I can't even count. The Phil Lyman thing shocked me, and the Romanian Angels topic, and then everyone's kind of branched out from there. And that's why it's important for people to dive in, whether at the time, if we don't know it's true or not, and then it turns out it is, and boom, we have this conversation. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So it's great.
Yeah. And just for the record, I never look at myself as a person that needs to all the credit. I'm just here to share information. Because like I said, this is not even my real, this is not my default space. So I'm going into somebody else's space. So I never expect to come in somebody else's space, which is the political space, and just try to take it over. So I'm just a guest in this political space, sharing what I can share and offering whatever help that I can offer to get these people put in prison. And with all that being said, I contributed to Diddy going to prison. I'll say it again. I contributed to Diddy going to prison because a lot of us, when we were when Diddy, way before Diddy even went to jail, we were talking about Diddy, and Diddy slowly started having a lot of issues. He had that lawsuit, then he had another lawsuit, and then after that lawsuit happened, it was just a civil lawsuit, right? And then we started getting on YouTube and started saying like, hey, no, Diddy, there's some trafficking going on in this Diddy situation, and it's bigger than just Diageo lawsuit. It's bigger than Diddy, dragging Cassie. See, they thought it was just about Diddy and Cassie. I and a lot of other people, because not just me, we started bringing up the trafficking side of the Diddy case. And what did Diddy go to jail for? I mean, go to prison for? Trafficking. I contributed to that. So I understand how important setting the narrative and controlling the narrative really is, because the jurors, by the time they actually had a jury selection, the majority of the jury pool watched our videos.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because after it was like 3 different jury members that came out and saying that said that they had a preconceived notion on Diddy being guilty due to the fact that she was watching YouTube videos.
Wow.
Or he was watching YouTube videos, because it was three different people. It was one of them was a female. So yeah.
Wow.
So we have the power to get these people put in prison eventually. It may take a year, it may take 2 years, but the narrative has to be set early and it has to be set consistently. So with all that being said, I will see y'all later, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks, and let me know if you need anything.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm gonna leave out of here. I'm gonna start a new one right now,
All right,
in 5 minutes. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for having me on.
All right, talk to you later.
Later, doggy.
Way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a mother like daughter.
Let's get the 10 card game sold if we could before we go.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions.
Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card.
And what song do y'all want me to play before I leave? What song do y'all want me to play before I go? Let me know in the chat. What song do you want me to play before we go? Which one of the songs?
This trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
All right, y'all are saying hit the like button song. Gotcha. Let's go.
Everybody, everybody hit the like button. 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 If you got something to say, drop it in the comments.
And I just want to say this real quick to the people who are saying, well, the jury said that, blah, 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 blah. It was over with. So he's already convicted. So they can kind of like say what they want to say after it's over. And jury members lie in order to stay on the jury. So I just want to say that.
Don't be afraid. What? Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. If you got something to say, drop it in the comment. Don't be acting afraid. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city. What? Drop your city in the chat. What? Drop your city. What? Drop your city in the chat. Drop your city in the chat. What? Everybody hit the like button. Yep. Everybody hit the like button.
And did you get the card game yet? Because this is exactly what it's for. My own daughters played this card game with their mother. I bought this for my own daughters so they can play with their mother. She says, if my mom was still here, I would have loved to play this game. Understood. And rest in peace to your mother. My condolences. And I would love to have this for my 3 daughters. I promise you. Because one thing I can tell you, because I have daughters of my own, all 3 of your daughters experience you 3 different ways. One of your daughters see you this way, one of your daughters see you another way, and your other daughter sees you in a different way. And it would be extremely fun and helpful to all of you, you and your daughters, to actually play this game and see how they view their lives, see how they view life, see how they view you, and see how you view them. Because you may not think you're favoring one of your kids. We always end up doing it without even noticing it. But it's important for your kids to be able to say it. Hey, I think you show more favoritism to my sister. Or, am I your favorite daughter, or something like that. So it's so many different questions and so many different conversations that can come out of this card game. So make sure to get your mother-daughter card game, because I'm telling you now, it will literally change your entire life. Because especially if you have daughters, like, it's so important for us to connect with our kids in a way that we've never connected before. You're 100% right. It's so hard to relate to normies, like Mel Gibson on Conspiracy Theory. Exactly. We can't be out in the world just like, they're trying to come get us. They're trying to do this. No, we're going to look crazy. I'm going to take time off. You lead by example. Yes, thank you for saying that. Yes, you're right. We got to, just unattach sometimes. So I'll talk to y'all later. I am out of here.